starting in our chair. Go ahead and find yourself at the front of your chair. Sitting it up nice and tall. Think about lengthening through the spine. Think about the tailbone. Oh, point it down. And let's begin to roll our shoulders back and roll that out. Good, and rolling that forward. And roll that back again. And rolling forward. Good. Let's shrug our shoulders up to our ears. And then release that down. And then shrug that up again. And release that down. Go ahead and drop that chin down towards the chest. Keep our shoulders, again, keep them away from the ears. Chin towards the chest. And then lift that head up center and take our eyes to the sky. And we'll do this a few times. Just taking that chin down to chest, shoulders stay away from ears. And then eyes to sky. And chin to chest. And eyes to sky. And that head back to center. Let's look over to the right. Think about that chin going over towards that shoulder. And then to the left. Same thing, chin going over towards that shoulder. And then back to the right. And to the left. Bring that head back to center. Drop that right ear towards the right shoulder. Head to center, left ear to left shoulder. And head to center. Drop that chin to chest. And let's do some neck half circles here. So right ear is going to go to right shoulder. Chin back to chest. And left ear to left shoulder. Taking this from side to side. Just wonderful half circles here. Good. Let's go ahead and drop that chin back down towards the chest. Lifting that head up center. Roll those shoulders back. Roll those shoulders forward. Let's shake out those arms and do a few sun breaths. So let's inhale, sweep it up. And exhale it out. And again, inhale and sweep this up. And exhale it out. And inhale and sweep this up. Let's go ahead and drop our right hand down to the right side of the chair. Reach over with the left. Oh, yeah. That feels good. And then let's inhale and sweep this up center. Let's drop that to the other side. So left hand, let's reach over with the right and breathe. Good, and then inhale and sweep this up. And exhale it down. Good, inhale it again. As we exhale this time, let's go ahead and either clasp our hands to the back of the chair or clasp our hands together behind us. So whatever is working best for your shoulders at the moment. And as you get warmer, you might be able to clasp fingers instead of the chair or whatever. But setting this up nice and tall. Let's look to the right and then look to the left. Head back to center, drop that chin to chest. And lift that head up to center. Bend at our elbows, or if you're holding onto the back of the chair, maybe clasp your hands behind you with your elbows bent. And let's take our hands over to our right waist and squeeze that elbow back. Kind of just to open up that right shoulder here. Get the shoulder and the chest. And then switch sides. So switching that and open that. And then release that. Good. Shake that out. Inhale and sweep it up. And exhale it out. And again, inhale and sweep it up. As we exhale again, let's either clasp the hands or reach for the back of the chair. Open that up and go ahead and keep that there. And then let's go ahead and bend at our elbows. Let's take our hands over to our left waist and squeeze that back. Yeah. Shoulder. And then other side, squeeze that back. And then release that, shake that out. Good. Let's inhale and sweep it up. Clasp our hands at the top and press our palms towards the ceiling. Let's lengthen through that torso. Ooh, and make some space. That feels good on the spine. Sitting it up tall again, flattening through those feet. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. And let's do side breath here. So let's inhale it deeply. And big sigh out. 2 more times. Inhale it here. And exhale, sigh out. And inhale it deeply. And big sigh out. Good. Taking our hands still up. We've got our palms facing out. Let's go ahead with our arms up. Let's turn our legs. We're going to take our legs to the right. Then let's go ahead and take those hands and place them on the back of the chair, or you can go on the sides of your chair too. So just depending. And the no vision, woohoo. He was gonna get right up on the computer. Saw it happen. So holding on to the back of the chair, however that works for you. Oh, and using that back of the chair as leverage to get that wonderful, wonderful twist in the spine, in the torso. Let's breathe it here. Inhale deep. And exhale it out. And inhale it again. And exhale it out. Good. Let's bring this back to center. Bring our legs back to center. Usually he's not that curious. I don't know what's going on today. Let's reach up through those arms again. And then let's go ahead and take it to the other side. And then let's go ahead and take those hands. And you can either hold the side of the chair or the back of the chair. And that's always so good. Use the back of the chair as leverage in that spinal twist. And let's breathe it here. Inhale it deep. And exhale it out. And again, inhale it deep. And exhale it out. Good. Bring those arms back up. Bring it back to center. And then let's release that down. Roll those shoulders out. And then roll that forward. Good. Let's take our arms out to our side. Actually, let's take them in front of us and do our stop hands here. And let's go ahead and rotate wrists. Nice rotation of the wrist. And then rotate the other way. Good rotation here. Good. Let's go ahead and open this up so we can see those arms out of our peripheral. Take our palms up, make some fists, roll the knuckles in towards the wrist to get a good forearm stretch. And then that exaggerated bicep curl so that we can get those hands right there to our shoulders. And let's do a little bit of seated cat and cow. Let's go ahead and inhale, open this up, arching that back, and then exhale, round that elbows together. Inhale and open. And exhale and round. Inhale and open. And exhale and round. And inhale and open. And as we exhale, let's bring it back to a neutral spine. So up nice and tall, sitting that up tall. Let's go ahead and open this back up, palms back up, and then our palms facing down. and then press this down and away. Good, roll the shoulders back and roll that forward. Let's take our right arm across, hand is on that forearm, or you can have it up on the tricep. You just don't want it on your joint, so not on the elbow joint. And let's just pull that arm across, get a little bit of a shoulder and tricep stretch here. And then let's go ahead and switch, same thing. You want that hand on the forearm or up on the tricep, but not on that elbow joint. And then release that. Good, shake that out. Let's go into our seated salutations. So if you're using blocks, placing the blocks where you want them. We want our feet nice and flat. Let's go ahead and inhale, sweep our arms up big, and exhale, dive it down and over. Relaxing in that forward fold. Belly's on the thighs, or if you want a pillow between the belly and the thighs, you can do that too. Got hands on blocks. Let's inhale, lengthen through our spine. Oh, and lengthen through those arms. Good. So that tailbone is pointed down towards the chair. Head is lifted towards the sky. And then release that into forward fold. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up big. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Let's hold this here. So holding that nice, and you can exhale while we're holding this. Let's take our right hand, press it into that right block. And let's take that left hand to our lowest rib. And we'll do a twist first with our hand on that rib. Oh, that feels good. And then go ahead and release that back into that forward fold. Inhale, lengthen through the spine again. Let's hold this here. You can exhale while we're here. Right hand presses back into that right block. And then this time, as we twist, let's use that arm and lengthen open with that and breathe. And then release it. Relax that head and neck. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Holding this here. You can exhale while we're holding. Let's go ahead and take our left hand, place it on block. Right hand to our lowest rib. And spinal twist it over to the right. Oh, and breathe. And then release this into forward fold. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, lengthen through those arms, hold this here. You can exhale while we're holding. Let's press our left hand back into that left block. And let's twist open with the right. And breathe. And then release that, relax. Inhale and lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Bring our palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Bring our palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. Sit this up nice and tall. So we're lengthening up through our spine. Let's inhale it here. As we exhale, let's go ahead and hinge this and do a nice final twist over to the left so that that right tricep is trying to get over to that left thigh. Ooh, nice seated spinal twist here. And breathe. And bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Bring our hands to prayer. Exhale, hands to heart. Sit it up tall, lengthening up through that torso. Let's inhale here. As we exhale, let's go ahead and hinge this and twist it to the right. Oh, yeah. And breathe. And bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. And exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. And release those arms to our side. Good. Roll our shoulders back and roll that forward. Very nice. Let's go ahead and get our lower body nice and warmed up now too. So we'll find our staff pose. We're not sitting up against the back of the chair yet, so we're having to use that core. Let's go ahead and flex through those feet, lengthening through our legs, sitting it up tall, and let's reach up through our arms. So we have that capital L, that nice staff pose, and let's breathe it here. Inhale it deep, and exhale it out. Again, inhaling it deeply, and exhaling it out. And one more time, big deep inhale, and exhale it out. And release those arms down, either holding on to the bottom of the chair or hands to thighs, wherever you want those arms. And then let's go ahead and do our hamstring curl and our leg extension. So we'll get our hamstrings and we'll get our quadriceps. So keep our feet super duper duper flexed and extend. Let's bring this back for 8 and extend. Here's 7 and extend. Here's 6 and extend. It's 5 and extend. Here's 4, extend. Here's 3 and extend. Here's 2 and extend. And last one and extend. Very good. Go ahead and point those toes and flex those feet, and point those toes and flex those feet. Good. And you can release that. Oh, shaking that out. Very nice. Now we can sit against the back of the chair, and let's go ahead and bring our right leg in. Let's bring that leg in and give that a nice big hug. And you can either be hugging on the front of that leg, or you can grab underneath the hamstring underneath that leg, pulling that in. So whatever works for you, but just give that a nice big hug. Let's wrap that left arm around our right leg, and let's go ahead and twist to the right and breathe. And then let's twist it to the inside. So twisting to the left. And bring that leg back to center. Let's take our right ankle, place it on our left thigh. Hip flexor, the piriformis stretch. Sit that up nice and tall and begin to hinge that forward. You might even, today I need to move. I need to move to get my hip to go forward. Woo. So finding that before you start to round your shoulders, we're hinging it forward, leading with the chest. We don't want to round the shoulders because then it takes that stretch, the deeper stretch away. So we want to hinge into that. And once you've gotten to that point where right before you're going to round, then let's go ahead and sit it up tall. We'll add in a breath. We'll do an inhale and an exhale. So let's inhale it, sitting it up nice and tall against the back of the chair. As we exhale, let's hinge it right to that point before your shoulders start to round. And maybe With each of your exhales, you can go a little further, possibly. Let's inhale it up tall. And exhale it forward. I know for myself, if it's not, because the room isn't very warm today, so I know that if it's not warm, it's a little more difficult to get it to go forward. And then inhale it up tall. And exhale and hinge. And then one more time, inhale it up tall. And exhale it and hinge. Cool. And then up nice and tall. Very good. Let's go ahead and go into half shoelace here. So let's take that right heel to the left corner of the chair. Wrap that left arm around that right leg, and then let's go ahead and do another twist here. So yes, it's a spinal twist, but we're getting a lot more of that twisting, that stretch in the glute medius, glute maximus, so in your glutes, in your hamstring, in your outer hip. And then let's go ahead and twist it towards the inside. So to the left. Good, and bring that back to center. And then we can go ahead and release this leg and shake that out. Scoot yourself forward a little. Let's go back into that staff pose and let's do 3 breaths in our staff pose. We'll do our leg extension and our hamstrings. So let's go ahead and bring those legs up. Find our staff pose again, finding ourselves away from the back of the chair so that our core is engaged here. 3 breaths. Inhale it deep. And exhale it out. And again, inhale it deep. And exhale it out. And inhaling it deep. And exhaling it out. And release our arms down, either holding onto that chair or hands to quads. And then let's go ahead and do that curl and extension. So there's 8 and extend. Bring this in and extend. There's 7. Curl it in and extend. There's 6. Curl it in and extend. There's 5. Curl it in and extend. There's 4. Bring this in. And extend. There's 3, curling this in and extend. There's 2, curling this in and extend. Nice job. Go ahead and point those toes, flex the feet, point the toes and flex the feet. And if, I don't know, my hip flexors are burning, it's good. Go ahead and release that. Take that out. Very nice. Good. Now we can sit up against the back of the chair and we can bring our left leg in and give that a big hug. Oh, very good. Go ahead and wrap that right arm and twist it. And breathe. And then twist it towards the inside. And bring that back to center. And now it's piriformis time. Hip flexor. Take that left ankle to the right side. Sit this up tall, sitting up against the back of the chair. And begin to hinge yourself forward just to find that space on this side before your shoulders start to round. And one side may be tighter than the other, or both sides may be unbearably tight. Or you might be super flexible. Sit it up nice and tall against the back of the chair. Let's add in that breath. So let's inhale it deeply here. And exhale, hinge this forward. And inhale it up tall. And exhale, hinge. And inhale it up tall. And exhale, hinge. And inhale it up tall. And exhale in. Good, bring this to center. And then let's go ahead, take our left foot to the right corner of the chair and wrap that right arm around, and let's twist it to the left. So now getting that glute medius, that hamstring, outer hip. Stretch right there. Good, 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 good. And then turn that towards the inside. Oh, just for that good little twist. Very nice. And bring that back to center. Good. And you can release that and shake that out. Let's bring ourselves over to the left side of our chair. And we're giving our right leg that left side of the chair. And then let's go ahead and take that left leg behind us and we'll find our supported crescent. So back leg is behind us. On that toe, that heel is lifted. So we've got that wonderful crescent pose right here. Front leg is nice 90-degree angle. So we can see those toes. And we can lengthen up through our arms here and get all of that wonderful, wonderful supported crescent. And in the supported crescent, we can get a nice calf stretch here because we're pressing back through that heel. Toes are on the floor, heel is lifted. And you're getting a good hip stretch here as well on that right side. So let's go ahead and drop our right hand down to the right side of the chair and reach this over. Oh, yeah. And that gets an even deeper stretch, not only through the side of the body, left side of the body, but also down into that hip flexor, down into that inner thigh, down into that quadricep. And then let's go ahead and windmill both of our hands over to our hips and just get a little bit of a torso twist here. And maybe you can look back at your heel. Good, and then bring that back to center. Very nice. Let's take our right leg up onto that chair, and so we can take our left leg out to the side. So now we'll get more of a side stretch here, and more of an inner thigh stretch on that right side. So yes, more kind of like this is a side pigeon, inner thigh pigeon, yeah. Let's lengthen up through this, reach up through those arms. Left leg is off to the side. Let's go ahead and take that right hand back down onto the chair. Reach over again, but this time in this side stretch, we're getting more of the entire just side of the body, left side of the body. Reaching through that and breathe. And then let's go ahead and windmill that arm down, left hand to the left thigh, and reach this over. And then release that. Good. Now we'll go into that full pigeon. So let's go ahead, that full supported pigeon. Turn ourselves, square our hips towards the seat of the chair. And our hips are squared towards that right leg. Back leg is behind us. The left leg is behind us. The toes are pressed into the floor. That heel is lifted. And we've got that wonderful pigeon right here. Wonderful supported pigeon. You can even get a slight back bend if that works for you. And then let's begin to forward fold. So your fold can either be on your hands, it can be on your elbows, or you can be folding forward all the way over that chair. I like to use the block to support that because my hip's so tight. Oh, maybe that should be my challenge, is to not use the block today. Maybe not. And breathe. It's good to have challenges. And it's also good to know your limits, and that's okay. And breathe. Good. Let's go ahead and lengthen back up through those arms. Reach back up through that. Oh, nice long torso. Good stretch for those legs. And then let's go ahead and release that. Let's take that right leg off to the side and we'll go into our warrior. Our warriors. So we'll find our warrior legs, warrior two legs, supported warrior two. We've got 90-degree to the on the right, nice straight leg on the back. That ankle, left ankle is, the foot is inwards and the ankle is neutral. So let's lengthen through our arms, relax our face, nice and strong body here. Face is relaxed, jaw is relaxed. And let's go ahead and drop that back arm. Take our palm up, peaceful warrior, reach through this. And then let's take it to side angle. So let's go ahead and take that arm to the thigh, reach the other arm over, and let that bicep rest on the side of the head, on the temple. Breathe. Good. Go ahead and bring this back up, proud warrior. And then release that. Good. Let's take ourselves over to the right side of the chair. Take our right leg behind us and we will find our crescent on the other side. Oh, that feels very good. So we've got our left leg in that nice 90-degree. Reaching up through that, our right leg is behind us. Toes are pressed into the floor, heel is lifted. It's a wonderful crescent here. Nice supported crescent, reaching up through that, lengthening, getting that really good hip flexor stretch here. Let's go ahead and take that left hand down and reach over. And then let's go ahead and windmill those arms and just twist to the right. And bring that back to center. Very good. Let's take that left leg, give that left leg the chair, take our right leg off to the side, and right foot is neutral or slightly inwards. Oh, this side always cramps. Wow. Oh. And let's go and lengthen up through this right here. Good. Let's go ahead and drop that left arm again and reach over. So nice lengthening of the right side of the body. And then go ahead and windmill that. And you can reach this over. And breathe. And release that, and we'll take this into pigeon. Let's turn this into that wonderful pigeon. Pressing toes into the floor, back heel is lifted. And that slight back bend if you want, if that feels good for you. Reaching up through this. And then begin to forward fold it. So either on the hands, on the elbows, or all the way forward. And breathe, remembering to keep that back leg active. And let's go ahead and lift ourselves back up, reach back up through this. Oh. And release that. Good. Let's take that left leg off to the side and find our warriors on this other side. So left leg is in that nice 90-degree. Right leg is off to the side. Foot is turned inwards. Taking our arms out, relax that face. Strong, proud warrior right here. And breathe. Dropping our back arm, take our palm up, peaceful warrior, and reach. And breathe. And then from here, let's take it to side angle. Just taking the arm to the thigh, reaching the other arm over. And then bring this back up, proud warrior. And then release that. Good. Let's do inner thigh, hip openers again, and take our blocks to the inside of our feet. Take our right hand on our right block, and let's open this up. Spinal twist, hip opener. Very good. And then let's switch sides. So go ahead and drop that left hand down and twist up and open. And release that. Good. Let's bring our legs together. Still holding our blocks. Let's press our feet into the floor. We're going to stand into our first standing forward fold. Let's get our hands pressed into blocks, feet pressed into the floor. Let's go ahead and lift our glutes up off the chair. And our nice standing forward fold. Relax that head and neck. Maybe nodding the head or shaking the head. Letting those hamstrings, if you want to pedal your feet a little bit, letting those hamstrings stretch out, letting the backs of the legs stretch. Let's inhale, lengthen through the spine, so nice tabletop. And then exhale, release. Take a seat. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Pressing our feet into the floor, lift our glutes up off the chair. Forward fold. Relax this here. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Take a seat. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Hands back to blocks. Let's go ahead and stand ourselves up again. Nice forward fold. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Keep ourselves here. So staying here in this standing forward fold. Let's inhale it into tabletop again. And exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. So sweep this up. And then exhale, cactus those arms. So trying to, imagining we can get our shoulder blades to touch. That's a good one. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flatten through that back. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up again. And exhale, cactus. Inhale and sweep this up. And then let's go ahead and release our arms to our sides. Very good. Let's take that chair, turn it around, and we'll go into a modified downward facing dog to get more of chest opener, shoulder opener. Move the blocks a little bit. So we're holding the back of the chair. Let's walk our legs back, flatten through our spine. So finding that nice tabletop here. It's a supported tabletop. Relax that head and neck in between those shoulders. Oh, let that head become super heavy. So relaxing that in between those shoulders, shoulder blades, and getting that really good armpit stretch. Goodness gracious. Yeah. Feeling that in the armpits. Very good. And then go ahead and round that up and let's walk it close to the chair. Let's go ahead and do dancer. So let's have our left hand on the chair. If you want, you don't have to, you can challenge yourself and not do it. You can do this away from the chair if you want. But I'm going to hold on to the chair. Let's take our right hand and we're going to hold our right foot with our right hand right here like this. So opening our chest and begin to hinge ourselves forward into that nice dancer. And we're kind of kicking that right foot into that right hand to lengthen through our leg to get a good quadricep stretch. And for sure, that standing leg is getting a wonderful stretch up and down that whole leg. Also a stretch in that right arm, right shoulder, right chest, bicep. Very good breathing and also super good balance here. Even if you're holding on to that chair, you're still on a single leg, so you're still having to use that balance. Let's go from here. Let's hinge it forward into piriformis. So a single-legged seated pose. So let's take our leg around onto our thigh and we'll go into that piriformis stretch without sitting on the chair. So that nice piriformis, unsupported, very good, and breathe. And release that. Good, shake that out. Let's take it to the other side. So taking our left hand and let's reach back for our left foot. And then from here, just that right there, standing that up tall, just that right there, nice quadricep stretch. And let's begin to hinge this forward, kind of pressing that foot into that hand. So left foot is pressing into that hand and hinging it into that dancer, getting that wonderful stretch in the arm, wonderful stretch in the quad, in the leg, in the back. And of course, standing leg is getting stretched, fully stretched, and breathe. Working on that balance as well. And then let's begin to stand this back up and bring our leg around. So left leg's going to come around to that right thigh. Let's see that piriformis stretch. Single leg, unsupported. Goodness gracious. And breathe. Wonderful. Very good. And then release that. Good. Shake that out. Turn that chair around. Let's take our right foot up onto the chair. So holding on to the back of the chair. Left heel is pressed into the floor. So we get a calf stretch here. And we're just doing that wonderful, again, another hip flexor stretch here. If you want to take your shoulder, right shoulder to the inside, that can help get even more of an opener, a hip opener. So good stretch here, and then a good calf stretch on that other leg, on the left leg. Let's shift our weight back, hamstring stretch. And bring that up, very nice. Let's take that to the other side. So bringing our weight forward, pressing our right heel into the floor. If you want to take that left shoulder to the inside of that left peg and get that stretch, 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 stretch. Oh, and breathe. And then let's go ahead and shift our weight, hamstring stretch on that left side. Good. And then bring that up. Very nice. We're gonna go ahead and bring ourselves down onto the floor, onto our backs, and do our modified shoulder stand. Grab what you need for final relaxation as well. So I'm gonna grab a block for my modified shoulder stand to put under my sacrum, under my lower back. And then if you have eye pillow, regular pillow, blankets, whatever you need for your relaxation, go ahead and grab that. But once we're down on the floor, let's go ahead and scoot ourselves nice and close to our chair. Bring our legs up onto the chair. And we've got automatic inversion right here. So our legs are higher than our heart. Once we get there, let's go ahead and take that block or your pillows, whatever you're using here for support of your shoulder stand, placing that underneath your sacrum. So underneath that low back, the upper glute, low back, and palms can be facing up or facing down. It's up to you. You can choose today where you would, if you want your shoulders rolled open or shoulders closed, whatever feels best for you. But finding our legs up in the air, so lifting that up into our supported shoulder stand, our inversion with our feet above our heart. And if this is difficult, you can always scoot yourself against the wall and have your legs supported against the wall. So if you still want the benefits of the inversion of having those legs above your heart, but you're having trouble with your legs up in the air and not being supported, then always feel free to go up against the wall, or you can go up against your couch, any sort of support that you need to use. And breathe. And if you have to cut the time in half, if you're like, oh, I can do it, but it's too long to have my legs in the air, then take a break and put your legs down and then bring your legs back up, remembering that this is your practice, doing what works for you. Every day is different and every season of life is different. So you might be going through something that isn't allowing you to do what you can normally do or have done in the past. Give yourself that grace. Recognize that things are always changing. That's part of who we are. It's part of life. And modifying to that. So adapting. Breathe. Good. You can go ahead and release one leg. Release the other leg. So releasing that down onto the chair. Once those legs are released, let's do piriformis one more time. So let's take our right ankle to our left thigh, and you can go ahead and press that away. Goodness. And then release, and then let's take it to the other side. Left ankle to right thigh, press that away. And release. And let's do our legs in the air one more time. So when you're ready, bringing those legs up, and you can play with those legs in the air. You can point and flex those toes. You can rotate your ankles. You can even bring those knees apart, feet together. You can do, you can do a tree in the air. You can do whatever you want with those legs in the air. You can play with that. Play is good. As long as it feels supportive, feels safe. Very good. Let's go ahead and release one leg and release the other leg. Nice job. Let's take that block out from underneath the sacrum, and you can place that off to the side. You can also scoot chair away. Place whatever you need for final relaxation beside you. We're not going to go there quite yet. We're going to do a little bit of bridge just for that back. Let's line our feet up with our knees. Our knees are lined up with our hips. Let's go ahead and press through our hands, through our elbows, and through our triceps, and let's lift ourselves into a wonderfully strong bridge. Oh, and there is a good stretch right there for those hip flexors, for those quadriceps. But not only is it that wonderful stretch, it is that really good strengthening move. This wonderful bridge hold is just a wonderful isometric strengthening hold here for those glutes, for those hamstrings, for that core. Breathing, inhaling and exhaling using your yoga breath. Just taking your time here, another breath or two in this bridge. And then let's go ahead and slowly lower this down to the floor. Drop both of those knees over to the right. Take your arms into a T. Let's look to the left. Oh. And bring that back to center. And then drop over to the left. So knees to the left and look to the right. And breathe. The breath, remember, the breath, that exhale, that inhale, expand, and that exhale smooths everything out. And bring that back to center. And let's give ourselves a moment or two of relaxation. So if you've got that eye pillow, you can put that eye pillow over your eyes. Let's lengthen out through our arms, reach through our legs, reach our fingertips towards one end of the room, reach those toes towards the other end. You can rotate wrists or rotate ankles. The lower back is lifting up off the floor, rib cage is lifting up off the floor. Good, let's inhale it here. As we exhale, let's begin to sink and settle and let those feet fall open and give yourself a moment to slow everything down, to quiet everything, to relax. You deserve it. And let's go ahead and bend our knees. Tuck our tailbone under, low back press into the floor. Drop both of those knees over to your most comfortable side, taking yourself onto your side. And a breath or two here. Let's slowly press ourselves up. Bringing ourselves up into a seated pose. So your seated pose can be whatever works for you. It can be simple cross leg, it can be a zigzag, it can be up on the knees. It can even be back in your chair if you need to, if you need that support. Sitting it up tall, lengthening up through our spine. Let's inhale and sweep our arms up. Bring our hands to prayer. And then let's go and exhale, eyes follow our fingers. Take our chin to chest. Oh, shoulders away from ears. Let's lift that head to center. Take our fingers to forehead. As we leave today, let us think thoughts of truth. Take our fingers to our lips. As we leave today, let us speak words of love. Take our hands to our hearts. As we leave today, let our lives be a light of truth and a light of love, having hearts of compassion and mercy, knowing that we have not been given the spirit of fear, but the spirit of love and a sound and peaceful mind. Big, deep inhale. And exhale it out. And let's do one more of those big, deep breaths. So inhale it up. And cleansing exhale out.